maybe. And now. No, all right. We'll just sit here and wait, and we'll have uncomfortable eye contact while we just wait. All right. So now that's the sound of whenever we can finally break our entrancing staring contest here. I can't word today. I don't English good. All right. On Acid Plant here. Let me know who you guys think is gonna win in the chat. You think it's gonna be this fine looking gentleman in the top left hand side in the pink? It is Harstem. Or if it's gonna be the boy wonder from Exceed, our red Terran player, it is Clem. Looks like it's going to be pretty similar openings for Clem as to what we saw in that last series. Going for the refinery first, into the barracks. It means no downtime in SCV production. Overall, just a pretty good move. On the other side, going to be pretty solid here for Harstem. Going to be going for expansion pretty soon. Assimilator now. Trying to figure out why that's a little weird. As, yeah, you know, but neither of these guys really want to risk it. No proxy 2 racks, because of course Harstem's not playing Zerg. So let's see kind of how Clem's going to play this, if he's going to try and pick Harstem apart like we saw in the last one, just kind of waiting for Harstem to beat himself. I expect we're going to see Clem have to be more active on the map than we saw against, what was his name? I'm a horrible caster. What was his name? Majestic, that was his name. Yeah, so we'll see if Majestic, if he's gonna play more active than he did against Majestic, because you know Harstem is just another class of players, just kind of on another level. As Harstem gonna be looking to expand here. As the Reaper gonna be coming out here for Clem as he throws down a command center for himself. This time, no probe scout from Harstem until very late. Gonna be sending it out after the expansion here, so we'll be spotting things a little bit later here. The wall could already be completed. We'll see how much he's actually gonna be able to spot here, especially as the Reaper already making it across. Good pathing though from Harstem, sending it all the way around the edges of the map, and it looks like he is actually sending it to scout. Thought it might be for a proxy, but now here comes the first Reaper here in the middle. Factory coming down behind it, and he's also adding on a reactor here. Curious to see if he's going to swap that onto the factory or not. Place it a little bit farther away than we normally see, but so could perhaps be indicative of a little bit more Widowmine heavy style he played in the last game. And look at this from Clem, leaving the Reaper at home to try and wait for any probe that was going to come across, but Harstem with that spidey sense, hiding it off in the corner of the map. It looks like he's going to be sending it a little bit farther down into that bottom left-hand position, so we'll see what he's going to do over there. As he's getting a Stargate for himself back at home. Probe for now, not up to any mischief. Just sitting and, you know, having a nice little pool day down there. Playing the new season of Fortnite, I suppose. As the Reaper trying to find his way in here. This Adept's going to go ahead and challenge. Ooh, actually getting the second shot off, and the Shade will follow. Has to be careful here for Clem. Needs to get it up that ramp ASAP. Alright, looks like he will be able to save its life this time. Close call. But the Stargate is done, which means the first Oracle now making its way onto the map. Quarter of the way done here. And there is no engineering bay in sight for our red Terran player, so we'll see kind of what the answer is going to be. If he's going to be forced to get a Viking out, or if this Cyclone will be sufficient here. It does have a pretty decent Marine count whenever you have the Cyclone backing it up. Harstem is getting a proxy pylon for himself, sneaks around behind the Widowmine, so we'll actually be able to get his way in a little bit farther. Mostly just going to see the SCV count, and see that he has, you know, a little bit of a worker lead for himself. About 5 in the lead, as his probe's going to die a horrible death. Ooh, and now the Oracle flying dangerously close to this Widowmine, actually. Could be very dangerous for him, but does a nice job pathing around it. Ooh, the Viking is out, actually, right on time! Ooh, but Harstem finds his way out before it's ready. Narrowly avoiding a possible disaster there. Hey, thank you for the host, Chicken Man. Hope you had a great stream, brother. As the Widowmine trying to move positions. Ooh, barely out of position to catch the Oracle here, as this is a little bit of a push coming forward. Cyclone, I think, is going to be able to hold this, but a lot of these Marines are going to go down here. The Stalker's just enough to one-shot it with that Adept. But now second Cyclone coming down here. The Myco is good from Harstem, keeping these Stalkers at very high health. trying to kite out and buy himself some time here. Widowmine in a pretty cheeky spot, trying to catch these Oracles on the rotation as the Stalkers continue to kind of dance around here. Widowmine in the front. Almost going to get a shot off. Revelation comes through, though, trying to snipe it off. Looks like it will be able to escape to safety, though. More Stalkers have arrived from that proxy pylon. Is it going to be enough to break this here? The medevac is here. Nice medevac micro as well, keeping all of them at full health. And the Viking actually gets picked off. So it means the air superiority is now back in the hands of Harstem. The Oracle's moving forward to punish this, taking every opportunity, shredding down this bio. And now the last Widowmine is going to get taken out. Workers trying to keep these Cyclones healthy. And the repair is going to be very important if Clem survives this. Stalkers kiting back. Great pickup micro, keeping that one Cyclone in the red, but still alive. And now the medevac's health is trying to get threatened here. No repairs coming through. Last of this bio on the low ground is going to go ahead and die here. Now the Stalker is starting to chip away at the workers in this natural mineral line. 38 to 44 total, and the Stalker is trying to back off here. Oracle working on the tanks. Stalkers move forward here, tanking one shot actually. Second shot doesn't quite go off. And now the Stalkers might just have enough here, but thick pickup Michael by Clem. Keeping that Cyclone alive for so long. Ooh, wow! I cannot believe he was able to save that. Does lose the first one. Clem making some moves here. Now coming through. Needs to start repairing the Cyclone if he wants to win this fight. Needs to keep this command center alive. Getting some repairs going down on it. Running low on resources though. Doesn't have much moving to work with for these repairs. Starting to lose this bio one by one, but the Oracles have died. Or actually was just backed off very far here. The health bar is getting very low. But that means that this tank is going to have full reign of this low ground. No blink or anything like that. Third base is finished up here for Harstem. And Harstem now going to be trying to find his way into the main base here. Actually going to find a couple of workers for himself with this Oracle. Able to delay a couple of these barracks. Now trying to lift up. Clem going to be able to catch it out. Carrying the landed Viking to try and get the shot off. Is it going to do it? Ooh, one more shot. Not quite going to be able to find it though as Harstem continues to pressure the front side. Blink and +1 coming down now for Harstem as he continues to expand aggressively behind this. Knows that he has him contained with just what he has, and he is being so greedy behind this. Adding on 3 more gateways for himself as well though, as well as his robo facility. Seeing it a little bit later in this matchup as well, but gonna allow him pretty easy response to the army that Clem is going for here. Very mechanical heavy. In order to stay alive. Ooh, the Oracles actually might be able to get a pick off here. Cannot lift up a siege tank and will be able to take that off. And now the low ground has been given up. Bio isn't going to be enough here. The Cyclones moving forward. They do some nice damage to these mechanical Stalkers. Is it going to be enough? The Bio getting kited out here. Stalkers using their range, getting these shots off and picking them off one at a time. And now with another warp in, looks like he might be confident enough to take this fight. Gets a nice round, and there's just not enough bio here. 34 army spy to 25. Needs a couple more waves, trying to get some Widow Mines out for himself, just to try and have an answer to these Stalkers. Try and force a blink out. Well, when he doesn't want to, the Oracle is doing such a nice job of denying the tanks on the high ground. As they are now backing off here, Stalkers continuing to keep up the aggression here. Is this landed Viking actually getting 8 kills total? What? Are those all worker kills? That is crazy. Wow. I thought it was just scouting up there. But now the Stalker's going to push forward here. Trying to delay this orbital. Or this command center, I guess. But now the Bio's starting to get picked off here. Losing these Marines are actually fairly bad for him. Needs every unit he can to stay alive for as long as possible. Does not have the medevac count either to afford to lose that buffer on the ground. Now the Widow Mines is starting to get set up. Trying to be defensive. Some of the workers getting pulled as well here. Needs every help he can get. As the Blink Micro is very good from Harstem, actually keeping most of them at full health here. As more warmers come in through that Warp Prism. Baiting out the Widow Mine shots here as they do still connect on a couple of them. That Blink Micro not quite ready just yet. And no bunker at the front here for Clem, so to make this super difficult for him. As the Widow Mine starting to get focused down. One more shot will do it. Now the workers on the bottom side trying to commit here. The Bio pushing forward. Is it going to be enough here? Still about double the armor spike here for Harstem. And I think he's going to be able to do this here. 1-1 is done for Clem. Has that armor advantage. But it's just not going to be enough. Harstem being able to kind of flex his muscles there in that first game. Really always in the lead. Always having an army advantage. And able to keep him contained for so long. that by the time Clem was able to break out, it was a little bit too late. So now we'll be heading into game number 2, where Clem's going to be looking to make a comeback here. And remember, guys, even if he loses this match, he will still be able to play in one more game. Going to be playing in the final match. The loser of this will play against the loser of Majestic, or the winner, excuse me, of Majestic and Marion Easy, however you say his name. Media Mono Easy. So yeah, guys, just waiting on the invite here to game number 2, and then we'll be good to go. So yeah, thanks for watching. Yeah, sorry for any lag due to the quality, guys. Since I'm only an affiliate, Twitch gives like allocates bandwidth to affiliates last. So once there is more bandwidth available, probably once Fortnite gets a little bit older, then I'll get some options. But for the time being, just kind of stuck with what we are. And alrighty, so now we're finally heading into game number 2 here, just getting the lobby set up, and then we'll get going. Go ahead and take a look. I'll take a look at the bracket real quick, see if anything else has changed for you. As it doesn't look like any more results have happened just yet. Looks like Rail made it out of Group J. Shutdown actually beat Lambo to advance out of Group E. Laser made it out of Group C. And yeah, that's really the only notable thing that's really happened. As just waiting for these guys to say they're ready, and then we'll go into this next set. Yeah, I'm a little confused as to why Clem didn't get any bunkers there to try and help him defend that. I think if he has, you know, if you play that again, he has 1, maybe even 2 bunkers at the front. You know, it becomes a very much more difficult push for Harstem to make, and I think one that would then necessitate that robo facility a bit earlier. But instead, we saw him just kind of get overwhelmed and kept in his base for a little bit too long. Economy fell behind, and he was just kind of slowly picked apart throughout that game. As Clem is ready, so just waiting for Harstem to get us going, and then we will go into game number 2 here. It's going to be on Lost and Found, guys. Should be a good one. Thank you, Tony Tiley84 for the follow. Appreciate it, man. As, yeah, just waiting on them to start the game, and then we are good to go. Let's see why I'm getting pinged on Discord as the game starts up here. Alrighty, going into game number 2 here, guys. It's going to be on Lost and Found. Alright, so in the bottom left, in the pink of Lost and Found, it is our Protoss player, Harstem. And spawning up here in the top right from Exceed, needs to make a comeback, it is Clem. And Clem looks like he might be up to some shenanigans now. Sending this SUV out onto the map. And based on its heading, I don't think it's here just to scout. I think it is here to make a permanent home. Forever home away from home, as it were. As Harstem getting a simulator into Gateway here. Usually see an expansion with its opener, so we'll see if Harstem's going to go for that and kind of how much damage Clem's going to be able to do here. As he is still getting a barracks at home, so this looks fairly normal. The scout from Harstem is going to be very late, if it comes out at all, before a simulator. Or before Cybernetics War, excuse me. So we'll see how he's going to play it. As the second barracks, first barracks, excuse me, back at home is going to be finishing up right about now. So we'll see what he's going to be pumping out. Doesn't have a lot of gas to work with, so definitely not going to be Reapers. And oh my goodness, Harstem sees it. Alright, so what's the response going to be here from Harstem? Not electing to have the probe contest that, so the barracks is going to finish, and a tech lab going to get added onto it immediately here. So it is going to be Proxy Marauders, as a bunker is coming down right at the expansion here. Going to be very important to keep this SCV alive. This probe needs to kill this SCV for Harstem to have a chance here. If that bunker goes up, it makes this hold immensely difficult for Harstem to make. It looks like he's already pulling some workers to start threatening the health bar, and this worker should not be able to finish this bunker safely. The first Marauder not going to be out in time, getting concussive shells for these Marauders as well. So they will be very potent in dealing with the Protoss army, but until he gets a little bit more, it's not going to happen. And now 2 more SCVs going to come forward here, going to reinforce their brother. And now another bunker going to try and get built here. First one finally getting canceled. Shield batteries getting added on for Harstem. And now the first Marauder starting to work on the health bars here. Zealots getting kited out. Concussive shells not quite ready. And the first Marine from the other side has arrived as well. So this health bar of the Zealot going to get lower and lower. But trading pretty decently with the Marauder, getting it pretty low. And now the Stalker going to be able to finish that off. And now it's a shield battery here, and a second one finishing up in just a second. I'm not sure the Clem's going to be able to break this. The Marine going to get picked off, and the Marauder staying very healthy here. Shield battery doing a lot of work, and neither bunker is able to get finished up here. Second Marauder going to be coming out and joining up with this force, making it a little bit more potent, perhaps able to outdamage one of these shield batteries. And, you know, the energy isn't infinite, but I just don't know that he's going to be able to outlast this. The expansion is up and still producing probes. He's not cutting any economy for this. Yeah, GG. Harstem gonna take game number 2 and the series to advance first place out of this first round group here in group letter N. So congrats to Harstem. Clem gonna be falling into our final match here, which is gonna be him taking on either Majestic or Medium Mono Easy. So yeah, guys, that's where it's